Good morning, 5:53 is your time. So what is going on next? It's a very wild weather week. We just got through the first day of it. Now we're on day 2. We have mild temperatures today. The rain will be exiting, but it is windy all day long, which will help us to dry out. It's still warm, though. The temperature is getting to the low 60s today, but don't get too used to it. I am highlighting a big temperature drop going into tomorrow with highs just in the 40s. Thursday is also going to be a cold day with a chance of a rain-snow mix overnight Wednesday, lingering into Thursday, and could even get some snowflakes out of that one. But first and foremost, all this wind. It is wet out there. There are wet leaves that are making the roads pretty slick. If you have a high-profile vehicle and you're traveling east or westbound on 94, this wind is going to make you want to have both hands on the wheel kind of a morning. The winds are gusting in Sheboygan up to 37 miles an hour. In Milwaukee, up to 38 miles an hour. But the main bulk of the rain way up here. I mean, it's basically done. We're just kind of getting the leftovers of what that system has to offer. So we will see this rain slowly start to dissipate. The ground's still very wet. You can see those flags rolling in the wind in Milwaukee. Temperature now near 54 degrees. Same thing right now in Sheboygan. We're all cloudy. We all have basically the same weather conditions, so you're not going to see these big fluctuating temperatures. And obviously the ground is still very, very wet this morning. And a live look here in Milwaukee, as you can see, it's just kind of clouds are just hovering right over us with temperatures near 57 degrees, and that wind is coming right off the lake. So that's why you have those low clouds right there. The wind will shift later on this afternoon. We're going to ditch the rain by about 8 or 9 o'clock. Look at the winds. They turn southwesterly, which bumps up the high to 60. We maintain the cloud cover, and the winds will slowly die down as we head overnight tonight. Tomorrow, huge change in temperatures. We go to temperatures near 48 degrees. It'll be colder with the potential of that mix I was talking about overnight. That could transition into some Thursday morning snowflakes and then a cold rain to follow with the wind. I know, super pleasant day. Then we get to the weekend and things are trending drier with highs in the 40s, and that is closer to average for this time of the year. So this is Futurecast. You see how these lows kind of like ping pong around each other? That's what I'm tracking. So the first one that we had is going up to Canada. Watch what happens. This low here pushing through. That could bring us like a random shower during the day, but watch this. Now this low takes over. We get this cold air. Look at that on the backside, and that pushes a quick burst of heavy wet snowflakes, but it's followed by, look at right there, a rain snow mix going into the late morning, early afternoon. I don't think this is going to accumulate. I don't think this is going to have a huge impact, but I do think a wintry mix is likely. Maybe some accumulation on the grass, but the roads would likely be wet at this point. Now, this is a forecast that we will continue to fine tune as we watch how that low goes back and forth. That will directly determine what we get going into the day. Now, the rest of Thursday does look pretty cold, though, as you can see there, with highs just near 42. And then the rest of the weekend at this point is still trending dry, but it will be a pretty chilly one with less wind.
Turning now to Weather Watch 12, we have a little break from the rain for now.
Right.
But we are still windy.
It is windy. The one good thing about it being still windy is that it's helping to dry up the roads, which is good. But yeah, that wind is not going anywhere for now. The rain is done. We have winds that are still gusting upwards of 30 miles an hour. Then we go overnight tonight, and that temperature takes a tumble. We're only going to see highs tomorrow in the 40s. And a little bit of a newer development. I was looking at this earlier this morning, and I'm seeing it again in some of my newer model runs that highlights the potential of some first flurries we could see Wednesday late afternoon, early evening. I don't think it's going to do much. I think you'll just kind of see them flying around, but I want you to be aware that we're talking about it so that you know, hey, they didn't talk about this. I'm talking about it right now. As we go to Thursday, this is when things get a little bit more interesting. I am tracking some snow showers that turn to a cold rain. That is looking more likely as we go into Thursday. Timing-wise is still a little iffy. This could be as early as the morning commute. And then the hazards we would have would be some slick spots likely going into Thursday morning. So we're going to keep a close eye on that for you, let you know how it shakes up. But first, we're still dealing with system number 1 this week, right there. We do have that system pushing its way to the north and east. Couple tiny little pockets of drizzle are left over, but the wind is still that pretty big story right now. In fact, trash can wind meter, neighbor's yard down the street kind of a day, guys, with those gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. Look at that wind right now in Milwaukee. I mean, it's It is just kind of a raw, ugly day. At least it's not cold or anything. It's 54 degrees. It's 56 right now in Sheboygan, but the roads have dried up nicely in so many spots. So that's at least something to be thankful for this morning. A lot of ponding left over, though, from that overnight rain, and some areas getting anywhere between about a half of an inch to an inch. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the day, we will see those temperatures fall. The wind will calm down overnight, but it will pick back up heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow, the high 48 degrees with a late day snow shower or a late day flurry. Then we get Thursday, where there is some, I would say, mid-morning snow shower that turns into a cold rain, and then we're good to go leading into the weekend. But wow, what a temperature difference. So this is the rest of today. Like I said, you're fine. I do think tomorrow morning we could get hit with a quick little sprinkle. I don't think this lasts very long. I don't think it impacts you in a big way. Just a quick little hit. Then we do get on the backside of that system. A couple little snow flurries are possible. I would say between about 4 and 7 p.m. I don't think they do anything. What I'm really watching is that guy right there, that rotating area of low pressure. So the impacts tomorrow, super limited. Not really too worried about tomorrow. But then the day after, Thursday, how will this low move? If it kind of goes toward Michigan, we stay dry, but it has been trending more so from Door County, pushing through Milwaukee, which will give us these bigger impacts. There's the low. You can see it here. That pushes a quick hit of snow showers, which quickly turn into a cold rain. It's a very small amount of time, but if it happens during that morning rush, that could be a little dicey here. I do think that we'll see some minor accumulation here. Elevated surfaces, grasses, if it falls down fast enough, it could be accumulation everywhere. But at this point, that is a little bit too tough to tell, because what time will it flip back to cold rain? That's why it's a little bit tough on this one. But as we head into the rest of the day on Thursday, it does clear out. Impacts, again, we're still in that limited. And then the only county under minor there would be about Sheboygan and also Fond du Lac. So recapping. Wednesday's colder, mid-morning sprinkles, an evening snow shower or a little flurry. Thursday, a quick hit of wet snow showers with slick roads briefly, followed by cold rain and wind. Not a very pleasant day. This will follow going into the weekend, rather. This is going to eventually keep us in the 40s Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be cold, but it will be dry. And Monday, we do have another chance of some showers in the forecast. It's very busy.
All right.
All of a sudden.
It is. It's like right on cue, right for the holidays.
I know, right?
Yeah, and for holiday lights, which is going to be cold.
Yes.
Thanks, Lindsey.
Sorry.
We will, though, get you in the holiday spirit Thursday night. Join me and Deanna Gutierrez as we kick off Milwaukee's Holiday Light Festival live from Pere Marquette Park. You can watch it at 6:30 right here on WISN 12.